Hello, Seiiti Arata. New Year's resolutions. At the beginning of the month, now the gyms are full, at least for a few days. You know that those people will be gone after a few days, right? And what about in social media? Maybe your Facebook feed or your Instagram timeline. You have all your friends sharing those photos of themselves dripping sweat after doing that heavy exercising. You may have some friends also sharing those maps. They have this GPS where they're tracking everywhere they have been running many kilometers while you're there, lying down on the sofa, doing nothing. There's also that friend of yours who likes to share photos of all the types of healthy food they've been eating. Well, everybody's celebrating how many kilograms they lost in just a week. But what about you? Do you have your New Year's resolutions? I did some research here and I found different statistics claiming that depending on the country, 30 to 50% of the population has the habit of setting New Year's resolutions. And what about in the place where you live? Does that apply to you? You can pause the video now and you can write in the comments one of these two options. Yes, I have my New Year's resolutions for this upcoming year. Or no, I don't want to have any New Year's resolutions for the upcoming year. And that will give us an approximate idea of the percentage of our channel's followers here who are doing New Year's resolutions. And if you want to, you're also free to share with us what is your New Year's resolution. It's always very interesting to be looking and be inspired and share the ideas and the dreams and aspirations of other people. So this is a good space for us to be exchanging those thoughts. And here's the first tip for you to write down. For the New Year's resolution to work, you need total commitment. Do you remember the reactive person's profile? We talked about it in our series Hello Seiiti Arata in episode 49. You can go to arata.se/hello49. Reactive people love to be complaining about the objectives that they are unable to achieve. They say that the problems are too big and so many difficulties ahead, life is hard. The reactive person always has a huge list of excuses. These are victims of excusitis, a terrible disease. And they are having this type of illusion. The illusion that somebody could reap benefits just by wishing for them. Well, only desire is not enough. To reap, we have to sow. And to sow properly, we need total dedication. The problem is that most people never fully commit, at least not for enough time. Being committed is different than being interested, wishing that something will happen. Wanting something just by itself is not enough. Now, true commitment is to leave aside other commitments that we already have that normally would be consuming our time and our vitality, because now we need total focus for a true commitment with our New Year's resolution. You want to create the adequate environment for your New Year's resolution. And the problem that we all face when we are searching for our goals for the New Year is that to achieve something of value, it is necessary to have patience, discipline, total dedication, and mainly to work hard and also in an intelligent way. And I mean, we need to create the perfect environment, the adequate environment to make things work. If you want to avoid getting disappointed later by not being able to achieve your New Year's resolution, then you need to prepare yourself right now for the inevitable frustration ahead. You can mentally prepare yourself for the moments of hardship, of frustration, of the unpleasant surprises and all kinds of hindrances that will inevitably be part of your journey. Another thing that you will need is available time to consistently dedicate yourself to the search for your New Year's goal. If you don't reserve enough blocks of time in your calendar, it's going to be very probable that you will end up procrastinating. It is necessary to learn how to say no to the things that are not your priority. Now, if this is your problem, then we have a specific course named How to Say No, and you can visit the link arata.se/ how to say no. When you are able to say no, then you can organize your priorities better and you can eliminate the commitments that are pushing your life back. And thus, you have the ability to dedicate yourself to your New Year's resolution. And here's a question. How to be consistent with your New Year's resolutions? If every day you are struggling to move forward, your chances for progress are limited. To move forward, it is important that you find some way of deriving pleasure from what you do. I'll tell you a story of what has recently happened to me. You see, I had recorded a lot of new videos and I hadn't transferred those new files to my normal backup system yet. And unfortunately, I ended up losing all these new videos that I had recorded. That was the kind of unpleasant surprise that could perhaps demotivate me. But meanwhile, since I like what I do, I get pleasure from what I do, it was not difficult to overcome this type of frustration and just get ready and record the videos again. In case you're feeling like you're sacrificing yourself if you're struggling to do something that is unpleasant to you, well, there is something wrong here. Because if you really wish to be doing something else, if you would like to be somebody else, somewhere else, it is very likely that the moment you have your unexpected problem, and there will be unexpected problems ahead, you just quit. If it's hard to go on, then you can make it even harder to stop. Maybe your New Year's resolution is something that represents an important value. Maybe you have tried everything in the past, but you didn't have success. What happens a lot of times is that we are using our willpower in the very beginning of the year, and then unfortunately we can't follow through because we no longer have that same level of willpower. If that is your case, then you can start your activity by creating conditions that later will make it much more painful to stop doing it. This is burning the bridge. This is walking across to the other side, and then you eliminate the possibility to go back. When you decide to do your New Year's resolutions, it is necessary to stand out from the crowd. Most people will start something and in a few days they'll just give up instead of reaping the results that they desired, that they wanted. One of the many elements to contribute to the success for your New Year's resolutions is to increase your level of commitment. Because with more commitment, you are able to have more focus. You're not gonna be distracted. You can say no to the distractions, and you can also eliminate the possibility of changing your mind. And above all else, it is important that you implement intelligent strategies that take into account your personality, your context, and the priorities that are valuable for you. This is all that we do in our Better New Year course, and you can visit arata.se/Better New Year.